today is a very special day. First of all, we want to welcome everybody. My name is Kevin Dare, and on behalf of Sandhill Property Company, we're so happy that you're here. We want to welcome you for this groundbreaking event, a momentous occasion. Sandhill, we're so excited to bring this project, sorry about that, so excited to bring this project to the city of Cupertino. It is going to be an absolutely exciting project. It's going to be a downtown environment. It's going to be something that I believe that we can all be proud of, and a project that has been, frankly, in the works for over 5 years. I think we've met through that process over 1,000 people and for many, many meetings. And so this is really the culmination of that day. This is our groundbreaking, and this is a place that we're all going to be able to come together as a community, and it's really going to be the city's project here. To that end, what we wanted to do today is thank the people and the groups that have been involved with us throughout this entire process. Even though it's a very long list, we're going to make this a pretty short time here, but we're really happy and very thankful to the countless people and all the groups that have made this project kind of a dream and start to turn this thing into reality. So what we wanted to do, first and foremost, I want to thank the council members and the planning commissioners. And just so the community knows, your council and planning commission worked tirelessly for you. I think the earliest meeting that we ever got out of the council meeting was like at 2 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes they'd usually run to 3 o'clock. And I was always amazed that these guys would not be falling asleep up there. So we're so thankful that to their effort. As well as we wanted to thank the city staff. The city staff has been instrumental in making this project real. First, David Brandt, the city manager, Arti Shrivastava, the Director of Community Development, Gary Chow and his team, the Planning Manager, and Stephen Rose. The Public Works Department, Tim Borden, Chad Mosley, Winnie Pagan, Erwin Chang. The Building Department, Albert and his team. They've made our ability to actually get this, even this groundbreaking, is very much a testament to our collaboration with them and their hard work on a consistent basis. So we want to thank the city as well as all of the staff's hard work as well. Also, the community, as I had mentioned, I think over the period of this project, I had over 50 meetings and met with over 1,000 people in this community. And this community has been so involved and made this project and provided us so much shape and input that made this project even that much better. So we want to thank the community. Want to talk about the metropolitan homeowners and their input. Those are the people right next door and how they gave us input into the project. The CCC folks, Dr. and Mrs. Lum, and how you've been so instrumental into this. Ned Britt, Dennis Whitaker, Rubiel Boken, and Keith Murphy, and the list continues to go on and on and on. And Bob Hugden, the CARE folks, Aldi Francesco. And when we look at the groups of people that have been involved, how they have given input and kind of guidance and their thoughts, that's why I think we can really call this community, this project, our community's project and the cities of Cupertino's project. Also, our tenants as well. And our tenants, we just have a few in attendance today, but we're going to have a lot of exciting tenants here, including Life Kitchen, Lazy Dog Cafe, and many, many other tenants that are going to make this place really an environment, something that's going to be a place of our community that we can come together and really celebrate as a community. So to that end, and lastly, and not least, is that, as a Christian, I want to thank the Lord Jesus Christ because he has been, throughout this whole process, it's been such a blessing to work with the people in the community, to work with all of our consultants, to work with the teams of people from the city. I just want to thank the Lord Jesus Christ as well. And to that end, I'd like to bring up Peter Powell, and he's going to say a few words as well.
Well, the reason we're throwing this party today and the reason you all invited is because we really want to give thanks. As Kevin said, we started this project almost 6 years ago. Now, of course, all good things, that's something that's good, high quality is worth waiting for, but I tell you, waiting is not easy. But in those years, I can remember that so many of you have came alongside us, and it's kind of unusual, but we have people who tell us they're backing us, that they want our project to happen, that they even volunteer to help us out. This type of encouragement and support It's what kept us going here. So we don't want to repay everybody by coming up with a really nice, wonderful project. But what defines a great project? Is it just a collection of brand new buildings? Well, this is different because this is really not our project. This is about City of Cupertino and about all of you, not about some developers. We call it Main Street Cupertino because that's what it is. A Main Street is open to public, and I want you all to feel like you're part of it. We want you to one day think of this place as a people gathering place. Whether you have friends, families, you want to do something, come over here and shop, of course, eat. But if you want to hang out with your dogs, you're welcome. We want you to feel like this is your home. This is something that you feel comfortable in. This is Main Street, and this is what this project is all about. Now, when we do open the project, we'll have about 2,000 people who will be working in these office buildings here, working in the shops and restaurants and staying in the hotel and living in those lofts. But without you all, it doesn't mean anything. So we really want to impress on you that this is about the City of Cupertino, and if the people of the City of Cupertino don't adopt this project and feel proud of it as their Main Street, then we're not getting anywhere. So we look forward to seeing you here, but in order to make this thing happen, we do want you to know that I personally am very grateful to a lot of people. I can sit here and stand there and look good in front of you, but actually what happened is that a lot of people put in a lot of efforts and work to come this far. From our team, for example, we have, I don't know how many professions we have out here. We have like 4 design teams and construction teams and marketing teams. And sometimes I can't even keep track of who's doing what. And I would like to thank Kevin Dare and Nandy Kumar. Those are the 2 right-hand guys I have who did all the heavy lifting. So I can be here telling you how easy it is. And then the council. You know, must be getting old because I think I've been in Cupertino working for the last almost 20 years. And also, I have all worked, I think I'm counting up, I've been working in like 12 or 13 different cities in the Bay Area. And I'm not trying to butter anybody up, but I can tell you right now, the City Council and the staff of Cupertino is the best to work with. And after that, we'd like to thank some special people here, and one of them is actually, oddly enough, my financial partner. This is a mystery, but it's a global investment company, and they can put money anywhere in the world. And Jerry Fan here is actually in charge of the North America operation. Now, he could have taken the easy way out and play it safe, go to Manhattan or San Francisco and do some glamorous high-rise building with some big-name developers. But he's here today because somehow we saw him on this Cupertino story, and he's willing to make a big bet and invest in this community. He's giving a financial commitment that allows us to break ground today and to do the whole project all at one time without phasing and without even worrying having to borrow any money from anyone. So it is an honor, and for that I do want to thank Jerry personally for believing in us and in our project at a time when not everybody else did. So thank you, and we hope this is just the beginning and not the only one we're going to do here. And I always, every time I got to speak, I always thank my wife, and they think, well, somehow my wife made me say this because otherwise she'll yell at me afterwards, but that's not true. Actually, I tell you, if it weren't for her, I probably won't have a heart or a soul, and I'll probably be half the person I am today. So I'm very thankful to her. And finally, like Kevin said, we are Christians. We do want to thank God. Some time ago, I made a deal with him. It's a handshake deal, but nevertheless, he promised. He said that if you will put all your trust in me and acknowledge me in everything you do, I will set your path straight. And I tell you, that's the best deal I've ever made. So today, I'm going to hold up my end of the bargain. I'm going to acknowledge him and give him all the credit, and I ask him that we'll be able to shine his face upon this project and bless everyone here. We are so grateful for everyone here, and now it's my pleasure and honor to bring up our mayor, Orrin Mahoney.
Well, thanks, and thanks for the kind words. So first of all, this is it's a special project in a number of different ways. First of all, it's the first one that I know that we've had in the city of Cupertino with a public groundbreaking. Usually the groundbreaking is, 5 council members and some staff and a bunch of photographers to take some pictures for the history books. But this is the first time that the public's been called out, and I think it really reflects on what is going to be built here and what we're trying to achieve. My experience with this site goes back beyond the Main Street project, or before the Main Street project. Most of the people around here know that there was a previous project. When I first got on the city council the first year, there was a project here that was quite different from the project that we have now. It was the Toll Brothers project. It had some retail, it had a big park, it had quite a bit of housing. It got approved by the city council, including myself, on a narrow vote, but at the time I thought, this is the best project we're going to have. Everything we do on the city council is really, as you heard, a negotiation is probably the best term between what the developer needs to make the project work and what the city wants for the city and for the residents. In that case, it was some significant retail, it was a park, and the price that the city was going to pay for that was quite a bit of housing here. Those people here know that the residents decided that wasn't the right trade-off. That went to a referendum, and that project was overturned along with a similar project. And that was a learning experience for me from a couple of points of view. One was right after that, I heard that the owners of the property, which was HP at the time, had put the property out for bid. And I'm going, well, why would anybody bid on this property when they know it can't have that level of development that just got turned down? And a developer said to me, it's because the price is lower now. And that's when I learned really that the value of land is really dependent on what it's zoned for. And by not changing the zoning, by not upzoning it, we lowered the price and let somebody else come in with a different vision of what this was. Really a much better vision. So I'm happy that the referendum I'm happy it got overturned because we really did end up, that project, while it was nice and had some benefits to the city, was not a Main Street. It was not going to be a gathering place for the city. It was just going to have some retail like we have, fortunately, going up all over the city in a nice way, some housing and some other amenities. But this is really a different project, and the vision that these guys brought to the table here to come up with a different kind of project, something that would be the closest thing that we're going to have in Cupertino to a downtown, really was great. We first started to see that, as we heard, about 5 years ago or more. We approved an earlier version of this, and then there was something going on in the economy in 2008. Some little glitch that caused, called financial collapse in the housing market, and that really changed the whole dynamics of having this project go forward. These guys persevered. Tuned the project to be reflective of what was, again, economically feasible in Cupertino. By that time, office had really escalated in value, so they added more office, changed the mix, but kept the heart of the project the same. The heart of what we were looking for here stayed the same. And as you heard, they worked a lot with the community, and in the end, when we finally approved it, the night we approved it, I have never been at a meeting or seen a meeting before that where everybody that spoke about the project was in favor of the project. There was not one person that stood up and said anything negative about the project. So then the only answer was, we approved the project, is it really going to happen? And so when I finally heard that the groundbreaking was scheduled and the financing was in, I cheered, and the rest of my fellow council members cheered. So thank you for your work. We're glad to partner with you on this, and we're looking forward to a speedy construction.